Okay. So in deer pose, your right shin is going to be forward and your legs are in a, like a 90-degree angle. We've done this one before. It's a nice way to kind of warm up the hip and a little different way to start. So my right shin is going to be like parallel with the front of the mat. And my left shin is parallel with the long end of the mat. And then you're just going to start to kind of walk your hands forward toward the front of the mat so that your belly sort of comes over your calf or over your shin, sort of like that. And you should be able to find something right away in the outer hip. Does that make sense? Everybody, that would come in a little late. Yeah, and then just take your belly toward the right thigh and chest toward the right calf. Drop your chin to your chest and just close your eyes for a few breaths. Yeah, and just kind of tuning in to the sound of your breath. Good, let your head get heavy. I'm just kind of starting to notice the quality of your energy this morning. The quality of your mental energy, your physical energy, your emotional energy. Kind of noticing where you're starting from today. Let's take a big breath in. Open the mouth and just sigh it out. Good. All right. Gently come up. So you're just going to be kind of resting on your right hip and then roll into center. So my knees are going to be open. Yeah. And then just for a second, take your elbows and just kind of press the knees open and drop your belly toward the floor. You get a little into the inner hips here. Good. And then bring it back up and you're just going to twist to the opposite side. So now the left shin is at the back of your mat and the right shin is kind of parallel with the long end. All right, and you can adjust however you need to. This leg doesn't matter too much. What I'm trying to do is get my chest toward my left heel or kind of toward your calf. And then just fold forward, drop the chin to the chest, close the eyes. And you just want to breathe into that left outer hip. Trying to lengthen out of your pelvis. So the more you can stretch the belly forward toward the calf, the more you're going to get into the left side of the low back and the left outer hip. Take a couple deep breaths there. Good. And then gently come back to the center one more time. Pass through the middle and just, I'm on my heels, toes are splayed open. I'm just going to kind of press the knees open. Good. You can rock a little side to side. Good. And then just come all the way back to center and just cross either leg in front. We're just going to do a little bit of neck stuff. So just sit in a comfortable seat. If you need to sit on a blanket, go ahead and prop yourself up. First thing, we're going to take the left hand and just slide it underneath your left thigh. So you're going to be sitting on it. Palm is facing up. So palm under your left thigh. And then this is just supposed to kind of lock this left shoulder girdle down and your left ribs down. So you're trying to keep that left shoulder down. Then just take your right ear to your shoulder and close your eyes. So wherever you feel it right away, there's going to be something. Just breathe into that area. And now take the chin and tuck it a little towards your right collarbone. So we're trying to get into more of the back, left side of the neck. Keep breathing. Good. Take it back to center. So your right ear is towards your right shoulder. And you're just looking straight to the side or straight forward. And then take your chin and lift it up to the sky and away from your left shoulder. So I'm kind of dragging it up and away at the diagonal. Good. Keep breathing. And now one more time, take the chin and tuck it towards your right collarbone. And then lift it to neutral and then up and away from your left shoulder. Good. Just bring it back to center. Nice. You take under your left hand and cross it over the top of your right thigh, right knee. Left hand over your right knee. Take the right fingertips behind you. And then just go ahead and turn the head to look over your right shoulder. Turn the torso a little bit too, but just trying to get in that neck. Try to let your left shoulder stay heavy. Good. And now take the chin and tuck it towards your right collarbone. And then lift it up and away from your left shoulder. One more time, chin to left to right collarbone tuck. And then lift it up and away. Now stay in your twist. Take the chin and turn to look over your left shoulder. So you're looking straight forward over your left shoulder. Relax the right shoulder down. Maybe walk the fingertips back a little, the right fingertips. Good. And then tuck the chin a little towards your left collarbone. Good. Just bring it back to center. Woo, we'll do the other side. So slide your right hand under your right thigh. You're locking this right shoulder girdle down. And then take your left ear to your left shoulder. Just pausing here. You can close your eyes. Feel wherever the stretch is and breathe into it. Then take your chin and tuck it towards your left collarbone. You have to kind of play with the angle for yourself to where you feel the stretch. Good. Take left ear back to left shoulder. And then lift the chin up toward the sky and away from the right shoulder. So kind of subtle. It's not a huge movement. Good. Bring it back to center. So left ear to left shoulder. And then tuck the chin to the left collarbone. One more time, back to center, and then chin up and away from the right shoulder. Good, and then gently lift your head all the way back to center. Second side with the twist, right hand comes across my left knee. And then left fingertips behind you. Turn the torso a little bit, but mostly going for the neck. Take your chin and turn it over your left shoulder. You're looking over your left shoulder. Yeah. And pause here. Try to let your right shoulder get really heavy away from the right ear. You can pull a little with your right hand. And now take the chin and tuck it towards your left collarbone. Good. Take the chin and lift it up and away from the right shoulder a little bit. Tuck the chin to the left collarbone. Lift it up and then away from the right shoulder. And you're kind of like leaning the head back a little bit. Good. All right. Bring it all the way back to center. Nice. Take the fingertips behind your head. So right at the base of your skull. And then just take the chin and pull it down toward the chest and use your hands to kind of pull the head down. Elbows come a little bit toward each other there. Good. Keep that and just do a really tiny tip. So the right ear is going to tip a little bit toward the right shoulder. And then back to center, and the left ear is going to tip a tiny bit toward the left shoulder. Keep kind of pulling with the hands as much as you need to. Good. Take it back to center. Inhale, lift the chin up and lean the head back into the hands. Go ahead and open the elbows wide. And then exhale, tuck the chin and close the elbows again. Couple more. Inhale, lift the elbows open, lift the chin, lean the head back. And then exhale, close the elbows, tuck the chin. Good. Take it back to center. Good little neck mobility sequence. Come on forward to your hands and knees. Tabletop. Once you get to tabletop, just move out your spine. So it's still morning. We're just going to kind of circle it out, start to warm up the discs and the vertebra. Make sure you can get the outer hips too by kind of pushing one hip back and then the other hip back and to the side. And then get the neck a little bit too. Maybe just really gentle half circles. The neck is one of those things that you just kind of, it starts to go into protective mode. So you stop moving it when it starts to get stiff, and then it just gets more stiff. You want to keep moving it. All right, come back to center. Tabletop. Let's take cat-cow. Inhale, lift the chin, open the throat, and drop the belly. Exhale, tuck the chin and round the back. Inhale, you can go at your own pace if I'm going too fast. And then exhale. One more, inhale. Nice, and exhale. Great, all right, just come back to center, tabletop. We're gonna take the right toes to the back of the mat. And if this hurts your wrist, you can always just be on your fists here instead. Take your right leg straight back and reach your left arm straight forward. Good, pause here, cinch it around the waist and feel that length. Try not to turn your right toes out to the right. So the right toes stay facing straight down. Take your right leg out to the right, left arm out to the left, and then back to center. Good, out to the side, back to center. Out to the side, back to center. Good, take an inhale, stay there, reach long, and then exhale, elbow to knee. Good, inhale, reach long. Exhale, elbow to knee. Good, inhale. Exhale, elbow to knee. Inhale. Now take it out to the side, exhale. Inhale, center. Exhale, out to the side. Inhale, center. Good, exhale, out to the side. Bring it back to center. Keep your right leg up and just set your left hand down. Then from here, you're gonna bend the right knee. So right foot is like stomping on the ceiling. Hug in your belly, so you don't wanna go into a back bend. You're gonna push that right foot toward the sky for 5, 4, you're just pulsing. 3, 2, 1. We're gonna do 3 more. 3, 2, 1. Good, set your right knee down. Take it to child's pose. Warming up the hips. We want to get those glutes firing. Take a big breath in and a big breath out. Great. Come on forward, hands and knees, and we'll do the second side. So you're just in your regular tabletop here. Take your left toes to the back of the mat, hug your belly in, shoulders down the back, and then lift the left leg. Good, make sure the toes are turning straight down. Then reach your right arm forward. Okay, just find your balance. Take an inhale. Exhale, arm out to the side, leg out to the side. Good, inhale back to center. Exhale to the side. Inhale, center. Exhale, side. Inhale, center. Now exhale, curl, elbow to knee. Inhale, reach. Exhale, elbow to knee. Good, inhale, reach. Shoulders down the back. Exhale, elbow to knee. Do one more set. Inhale, reach long. Exhale, out to the side. Inhale, center. Exhale, side. Is more, center. Exhale, side. Good, back to center. Set your right hand down. Keep that left leg up. Good, reset, shoulders down the back, belly in. Bend the left foot knee and then flex the left foot so it's like stomping on the ceiling for 8, push. Yeah, 7, 6, 5, 4. Try not to sag your back. 2, 1. Good, set the left knee down next to the right knee and take it to child's pose. Good, just take a big breath in and a big breath out. Good. All right, gently come on up to your hands and knees. Tuck the toes and make your way to downward facing dog. Once you're in down dog, just pedal out your legs. You can also just take puppy pose if that's better. So puppy is with the arms forward. Good, if you're in down dog, pedaling out those legs, you can shake out the head a little side to side. Good. And then find some stillness in your down dog, spreading through all 10 fingers, pressing the hips up and back. Trying to reach your heels for the floor. Really get those heels reaching so you can get the calves. Good. And then just look forward, bend the knees, lift the heels, and step the feet forward to the front of the mat. Feet about hip width apart. And just grab your elbows here and dangle over your thighs. Might feel good to sway a little bit, kind of loosen up the back, the low back. Good. All right. And then take the hands to your shins. Inhale to halfway lift. Stretch the chest forward. Exhale, fold again. Take your time. Halfway lift again. Knees can stay plenty bent if that helps. And then exhale, fold. Good. Bend the knees a lot and then slowly roll your spine up. Shoulders down the back. Good. Take an inhale. Reach up for the sky. And then hands to your heart, Samasthiti. Stay here. Just ground down through the feet. Take a breath in and a breath out. Good. Inhale, reach the arms up. Grab your left wrist and pull up and then over to the right. Pause here. Try not to hyperextend the knees. And just fan over your left ribs. Relax the neck. Good. Bring it back up to center. Take that right wrist, pull it up, and then over to the left. Good. Bring it all the way back to center. If you can, interlace the fingers behind your back. If you can't, don't worry, just kind of open the chest here. If you've got the fingers, reach the knuckles back, lift the collarbones. And then keep that if you can. Feel free to let it go if it doesn't work for you. Otherwise, bend the knees, keep the hands, and fold forward. Relax the head, relax the neck. Good. And then take the hands to your low back. Just set the hands down on the floor and step back into plank. Good. Take an inhale, lean forward, and then slowly lower the knees down so that you've got your knees on the floor. Now, option to either stay here. You can take a few chaturangas if you want. If those are not good for your wrists or your shoulders, just come onto your elbows and take a forearm plank. Good. And then everybody lower the knees, lower all the way down to your belly. Good. Just take the hands by your shoulders. Inhale, lift the chest for cobra. And then lower. Good. Inhale, lift for cobra. And then lower. Good. Now this time, take your hands back by your hips and they're hovering. So you're just going to lift your hands like they're flying back by your sides. Go ahead and lift your chest a little bit and fly the arms all the way forward overhead. And you might need to lower your head. Good. And then pull them back again. Just one more time. Bring the arms all the way forward. And then swim them back. Good. Bring them forward. And then set them down next to your shoulders. Press back to child's pose. Take a couple breaths there. You're gonna gently come up, your hands to the knees. Let's take your right toes to the back of the mat. Good. Kick your left heel off to the left behind you. Spin the right heel to the floor, right? And then we've done this one before. Big side body stretch. So left hand is kind of your base, and you're going to make a big C shape with your right ribs through the right hand. Left heel just kicks behind you to support you. Good. Now push into your left knee. Use your core. So you're going to feel your obliques as you come all the way back up to center. Just arms out to the side. And then right hand down your right leg and reach your left arm up and over. Good. We'll do that again. So inhale back to center. Arms out to the side. And then exhale to your side plank variation. Make a big C shape with your right ribs. Good. Inhale back up to center. Using your core, and then exhale, side bend. All right, and then from your side bend, just come back up to center, set your fingertips down in front of you. You might have to kind of scoot back underneath. We're gonna take the left hand down and take your right arm up to the sky. Left hand down, right arm up. Take an inhale, lean back a little. And then exhale, take this right hand and thread it underneath you, between your arm and your leg, and just reach. So we're just warming up the upper back. Don't worry about getting it down to the floor. Inhale, open it up. And exhale, slide your shoulder blades back and forth. One more. Inhale, reach it open. And then exhale, thread it underneath. Just reaching. Good. Inhale, back to open. Lean back, flex, and extend the wrist here. Good. And then take the right hand down next left hand. Scoot your, kind of lift your sit bones up behind you, and then walk the hands forward as much as you can, so you're kind of dropping the chest like puppy pose. Try to lift your sit bones up and back and drop your belly, drop your chest, drop your head. Good. Just walk the hands back up, and we'll switch sides. Come back to the front of your mat. Hands and knees. Shift the chest forward. Again, you can take a few chaturangas if you want, or take a forearm plank. Good. Take a cobra whenever you're ready. And then exhale, press back to child's pose. Nice. Take a big breath in and a big breath out. Good. Come on forward, hands and knees. Do the second side. So take your left toes back. Right heel kicks behind you, and then you can spin the left heel to the floor. Should be about in line with your right knee. And you can take this left arm up and over, make a big C shape with your left ribs now. Good. Try not to stick your butt behind you. So I'm drawing the tailbone towards your heel and kind of rolling the left ribs open. Good. And now take your left arm to the sky. Start to re-engage. You're going to push through your right knee and use your core to come up. And then take your side bend to the opposite side. Go nice and slow. Left hand slides down the left thigh. Moving that side to side, shimmy the spine. Come back up. Just one more time. Right hand down. Left arm reaches up and over. Good. And then slowly push through the left knee. Lift that left hand to the sky to take you up. And then over to the other side. Great. Come back to center. And then just set your fingertips down in a view. So kind of forward, pretty far forward, almost like you're in tabletop, but you have your left foot out to the side. And then take your left arm up, lean back, inhale, feel the shoulder blades come together. And then exhale, thread underneath and the shoulder blades broaden. Inhale, reach up, shoulder blades together. Exhale, thread underneath, shoulder blades apart. Again, inhale, arm up. Exhale, reach underneath. Good. Inhale, reach up. This time get the wrist. So lean back. Let that left arm really flop open and then flex. Left, circle the left hand back down. And then walk the hands forward. Try to lift your sit bones up behind you. So I'm kind of coming into a back bend, almost like a cow back. Then start to walk the hands forward. You can also just take your elbows forward and drop the chest. Good. All right, walk the hands back up. Come back to tabletop. Back to the front of the mat. Same thing again, take a few push-ups if you want, or else just a forearm plank. Good, cobra. Take a back bend. Yeah, and then lower. Nice. All right, just press back to child's pose. Good, take a big breath in and a big breath out. Wiggle your hips a little side to side. Good, we're gonna get into the hips and the shoulders now. So come on up to your hands and knees. Nice. Just take your right foot and step it between your hands. Good. Drop the hips. Scoot your left knee back a little bit. Come onto your fingertips. And then go ahead and do this thing we usually do, just kind of bending and straightening to warm up the hamstring and the hip flexors. If you have blocks, it's a great time to use them. And then we'll meet you with the right knee bent. Right elbow to your right thigh. Scoop your left arm up and then away at the diagonal. Reach through those left fingertips and imagine that your left arm kind of starts in your left waist. So you're lifting from your waist. Good. Just bring the left arm straight up to the sky. So back to center. Tuck the tailbone a little bit and then reach your left elbow to hook on the outside of your right thigh. Good. So from here, you can take right hand to meet the left hand, or you can kind of just make a fist with your right hand, and you're just going to kind of push the hands into each other to get a twist in the torso. So you're twisting to your right, looking over your right elbow. Good. Look forward, reach the arms back up, Anjaneyasana. Draw the belly in, tuck the tailbone a little, and push the left hip forward. Good. And then hands to the floor. One more time, scoot the left knee back and straighten that right leg. Good, I'm gonna push that right heel down into the floor and then try to drag it back a little toward the left knee. Stretch the chest forward, belly forward, long front body. That should intensify it if you push the heel down and drag it back. All right, bend the right knee, plant the hands, get that right knee back to meet the left knee. Lower down, you can take a few chaturangas if you want. Take a cobra. Good, and then just press back to hands and knees. Push the butt a little bit back towards your heels, but not a full child's pose. And then spring back forward and step your left foot between your hands. Same thing, warming up the hips. So just let the hips get heavy. You're gonna feel the hip flexors on the right side. When you're ready, shift back and forth. Go nice and easy. Those hamstrings can get angry if you push them too hard. Good, one more. All right, so we're gonna meet you with the left knee bent, left elbow to left thigh. Kind of push down to lift the hips up a little and then scoop the right arm up and over at the diagonal. Keep scooping your belly back and in as you push the right hip forward. And then imagine your right arm starting at your right waist and it's lifting from there. Fanning open the ribs. Good, bring that right arm back up to center. Tuck the tailbone a little, lift the frontal hip points, and then right elbow hooks over the left thigh. Good, you can make a fist with your hand if you prefer. You can kind of push there, or hands and namaste. Either way, you're trying to push the elbow into the outer knee and get some resistance there to spin the belly to the left. Look over your left elbow, take a couple breaths. Good, and then start to look forward at the front of your mat. You're gonna push into your left heel. So I want you to use your leg strength, not your back strength. Reach the arms up, Anjaneyasana, just pause. Draw the belly in, push the hips forward, that right hip forward. Good, and then fingertips to the floor. Scoot the right knee back if you need to, and then straighten that left leg one more time. So we're gonna add on by adding this eccentric eccentric stretch by pushing the left heel down and then pulling it back towards your right knee. Take the belly and lengthen it forward, lengthen the chest forward as you're trying to drag the left heel toward the right knee. Pull the left hip back a little. Ooh. Good. All right, bend the left knee. Good. Just plant the hands. Get your left knee back to meet your right knee. So either stay in tabletop or tuck the toes, downward facing dog. Pedal out the legs a little bit. Let the head drop. Good. And then just shift forward into plank. I'm going to set your right elbow down and set your left elbow down for some core work here, forearm plank. So you're pushing into the elbows and then smiling the collarbones forward. Firm up the thighs. We're going to take your left leg and hover it. Tap it out to the left and then hover it back to center. Tap it to the left, hover back to center. Keep looking forward. Tap it to the left, hover it back to center, and then set it down, forearm plank. Good. Hover your right foot. Tap it to the right, hover at center. Tap it to the right, hover. Good. Tap it to the right, and then hover. Set the right toes down so you're still in forearm plank. Tap both knees to the floor, and then lift them back up. Tap both knees, lift, tap both knees, lift. Two more. Tap, lift, tap, lift. Good. Set the knees down and set the thighs down, and then slowly lower the belly. We're going to undo the hands and take Sphinx pose. So drag your elbows back, drag shoulders back, and lift the sternum. Tuck your tailbone a little to protect the low back. Good. And then lower down. Push back to child's pose. Good. So we got the hips warmed up. We're going to do a few standing poses. Come back up to tabletop. And then downward facing dog again. Press the hips up and back and melt the heels toward the floor. Good. Either stay here, or if you like this part, you can step the feet together, take your right leg to the sky, bend the knee and open the hip. Feel free to skip that if it doesn't work for you. Good. And then square out the hips and set your right foot back down next to the left foot. Take your left leg up, bend the knee and open the hip. Should be pressing equally through both hands. Good. Square out the hips, straighten the leg, and set it down. All right. Just look forward, bend the knees, and step the feet to the front of the mat. Hip width apart, just hang for a second. Interlace the fingers at the base of your skull, and you're going to pull the elbows together around your forehead, and then tuck the chin and pull it towards your chest a little. See if you can get some kind of traction feeling for the neck. So it's almost like you're making more space between the vertebrae, counteracting the force of gravity on our spine, constantly compressing the bones. Good. Gently release, hands to your shins, halfway lift. Exhale, fold. Nice. All right, roll up slowly. Good. And we'll just do a few standing poses. So crescent lunge, step your left foot back. Hands can just be on your hips. I'm up on my left toes to start here. Pull the left hip forward a little. Tuck the sit bones underneath you a little. And then go ahead and hover your left knee above the floor. Good. Inhale, lift back up. Exhale, hover the knee and kind of lean back a little. Get the quad. Good. Lift back up. One more time. Hover the knee. Now, listen up. You're going to keep that knee bent. Just try to straighten your right leg a little bit. And then bend the right knee again. Left knee stays bent. I'm just going to straighten the right leg. Woo, and then bend it. This is for your knee strength. One more time. Try to straighten the right leg. Good. And then bend it. Now you're going to straighten the left leg and tip halfway forward. You could just keep hands on your hips this whole time. Now look forward, push through the right heel. Use your leg strength to take you up into warrior three. And it doesn't matter what it looks like. If you have a wall, you can get some help with the balance. Try to use your breath and your focus. Good. And then just come to standing. Gently set your left foot next to your right foot. Nice. We're going to take a quad stretch with the right leg. So just reach for your right foot with your right hand. And then tuck the tailbone and reach your right knee to the floor. Good. Maybe start to lean forward a little and kind of kick the foot into the hand, and you can roll the right shoulder back. If you can, and if you want to, you can grab both hands around the right foot. Good. All right, just come back to center. Set your right foot down again. Now we're going to take warrior one on the right leg. So we're still on the right leg. Right foot forward, left foot turns out at 45 degrees. And then wiggle the right foot off to the right so that you can get the hips to turn forward. Nice. Reach the arms up. Pull the left frontal hip point up. Good. Reach through the fingers. And then take left arm under the right, Garudasana arms. Lift elbows a little bit. Press the forward away from your face. Good. Lower the elbows, undo the hands, and clasp the thumbs behind your back. You're going to pull the thumbs apart to lift the chest. Good. Keep that, and then set the belly on the thigh or just inside the thigh, and drop the top of the head toward the floor. Just here for a couple breaths. Knuckles reaching up to the sky as if you could lift the shoulder blades off your back. Good work. Take the hands back to your low back. Push to the right heel. Really use your leg strength to come up. And then arms back up. Good. We're going to do one more thing in your warrior one leg. So take it to cactus arms. I have my arms open. Good. And then just bring the elbows to tap right at shoulder height. Inhale, open. Exhale, elbows to tap. Now you're going to keep your elbows together. Just all you're going to do is open the hands apart and then clap them back together. Open them apart, clap them back together. Open them apart, getting the top of the shoulder, good, back together. Now open them up again to cactus arms. Reach them up to the sky. Woo. And now see if you can turn it open into warrior two. Right heel in line with left arch. So you might have to adjust your feet. Good. We're going to straighten the right leg, reach the arms overhead, and hook the thumbs. Hook the thumbs, lean the arms back a little bit, draw the belly in. Now see if you can hinge at the hip and just tip forward a little bit. Doesn't matter how much. Keep splitting the thumbs apart. Inhale, come back up. And then exhale, warrior two. So we're going to do that 3 times. That was one. Now reach up, hook the thumbs, split them apart, and then tip. Using your core, come back up. Warrior two. Good. Inhale, reach up, hook the thumbs, split them apart, and then tip. Good. Back up. And warrior two. Sit nice and low. Good. First your warrior, reach your right arm up and back. Keep that right knee charging forward. Now keep that torso, just straighten the right leg and keep it back. So your reverse triangle, come into triangle, so come back up to center. Right hand to your right shin, lower to the sky. You can just look down at your right big toe if that's better for your neck. And then just start to bend the right knee and see if you can set your right elbow on your right thigh and reach the left arm over your head, alongside your ear. Left arm alongside your ear. Good. Wrap the right sit bone under. Lean the chest open a little bit toward the sky. And now see if you can circle your left arm without moving anything else. Just circle the left arm nice and slow. And if that doesn't work for you, just hold side angle if it's hurting your shoulder for any reason. And take a couple the opposite direction. Good. And then when you're done, look at the floor. Just press back up to warrior two. And we're just going to do the other side. So look forward and get that left foot forward. Shake it out. Okay, did you remember all that? Left foot forward, step your right foot back, crescent lunge. Good. Draw the sit bones under a little bit. Lift the frontal hip points and then reach the arms. No, never mind. Just keep the hands on your hips. Okay, hover your right knee and then lift it back up. Hover your right knee. Good, lift it back up. Hover the knee. Nice, lift it back up. Now this time you're gonna hover the knee, keep it there. It's gonna lift up a little bit, but keep the right knee bent and just try to straighten the left leg a little or a lot. And then bend the left knee again. Nothing else is moving, just straightening the left leg and then bending it. Good, this is really working those ligaments around the right knee and then bending it. Now straighten the right leg, tip halfway forward. You're gonna pull your left hip crease back a little bit, push down through the left foot. Gently lift up, warrior three. Find your focus, take your time. Good, gently come to standing, set the right foot next to the left. Now we're gonna take quad stretch, reaching your left hand for your left foot. Just tuck the tailbone and then push the knee down toward the floor. Yeah, if you have a wall nearby and you want some support, if you want something like more advanced, you can take both hands around the foot. You can start to kind of kick it forward, tip forward, and kick the foot into the hands. Good, gently come back. Left foot next to the right. And then warrior one. So we're gonna step your right foot back, 45-degree angle in that right foot. Wiggle your left foot to the left. So I'm almost filling up the width of my mat. I want my to turn forward as much as possible. Good, inhale, reach the arms up. This time, exhale, we're gonna do the shoulder work first. So take cactus arms. Lean the chest back just a little bit. Inhale, open the elbows. And then exhale, tap the elbows at shoulder height. Inhale, open. Exhale, tap. Good, inhale, open. Exhale, tap. Good, now take the pinky edges of your hands toward each other and open them away from each other and tap. Good, open, tap. Open, tap. One more, open, just the hands. Elbows stay touching, yeah, and then hands together. Now take the hands to your shoulders. So I'm just gonna show you, but stay in your warrior one. You're gonna take the elbows up and back. So once my elbows are back, now I'm just gonna take the elbows to tap. So elbows open, elbows tap. Elbows open, good, elbows tap. Elbows open, now lift the hands up and take it to Garudasana, right arm under the left. Hopefully that made sense. We're trying to strengthen the rhombus behind your shoulder blades and kind of get some strength behind your back there to help you have better posture. Sometimes just those muscles get really weak and the front of the body gets tight. Now lift the elbows up a little, press the forearms forward. Still in warrior one, quite the hold. Go ahead and open the arms, straighten the leg if you need to. We're gonna hook the thumbs behind your back. Good, and then bend the knee, stretch the chest open, and fold forward. Try to keep splitting the thumbs apart. Relax the neck here, drop the head. Good, hands to your low back. Push through the left foot. I really want you to use your leg and not your back to come up, warrior one. And then take a break and we'll make your way into warrior two when you're ready. Good. On your inhale, straighten the left leg, reach the arms up, hook the thumbs. Just lean the arms back a tiny bit to start here. Draw the front ribs in, and then bring it back to center and just tip halfway or however far forward you can. Good. Inhale, bring it back up. Exhale, warrior two. Inhale, reach up, hook the thumbs apart, and then tip a little bit. Good. Bring it back up. And warrior two. Last one. Bring it up, hook the thumbs, split them apart, tip. Yep, bring it back up. And then warrior two. Sit nice and low. Just hold for a couple breaths. Find the focus. And really tune back into the sound of your breath. Good. Stay there in the legs. Just flip your palm and reverse your warrior. Reach up and back. Left knee charging forward. Then straighten the left leg. Keep reaching back. Good. Come all the way up. Keep that leg straight and just hinge into triangle. Left hand to your left shin or to a block. You can just look down at your left big toe if that's better for your neck. Good. And then start to bend the left knee. Look down and just set the left elbow on the left thigh and reach the right arm alongside your right ear over your head. Wrap the left sit bone underneath you. And kind of roll your right ribs open. Good. If you like that circling of the arm, go ahead and take it. If it doesn't feel good for your shoulder, just hold in side angle. And go the opposite direction. Good. All right, come back up when you're ready to warrior two. Just straighten the left leg and turn the toes to the side. We're going to come into horse pose. If you need to flip around on your mat, do that. Heels in, toes out. And then take both hands to your eyes just above these. Good. Just rock a little side to side. You can kind of press the knees open and lift the arches of the feet. Good. Take an inhale, lift the chest. And then exhale, drop the right shoulder and look over your left knee. Press the right knee open. Inhale back to center. Exhale, drop the left shoulder and press the left knee open. One more time each side. Inhale, center. Exhale, drop the right shoulder. Inhale, center. Exhale, drop the left shoulder. Good. Bring it back to center. Just straighten the legs. Woo, turn the toes to the side. Turn the toes slightly in. And then hands to your hips and you're going to start to fold. And then let the hands just slide until you find your edge there. Maybe you can grab all the way to your ankles. Otherwise, just outer shins. And then kind of pull the belly between the thighs. If you need fingertips on the floor, that's fine. Totally good. Any way you have your hands here is fine. Just trying to lean a little weight into the toes to get the belly between the thighs more. Top of the head toward the floor. Good. And then inhale to halfway lift. Take your hands forward like they're in down dog. Come onto your fingertips. Yeah, and then reach your left hand for your right leg and just grab onto that leg wherever you can and pull the belly toward the right as you twist and look underneath your right armpit toward the sky. Just trying to get into the upper back. Good. Let's do the other side. Left hand forward like you're in down dog. And then right hand slides underneath and reaches for your left leg. Good. Pull with the right hand and twist underneath your left armpit. Good. Bring it back to center. Come up onto your fingertips. Good. Left hand down, right arm up to the sky for your regular old twist. Press the heels down and apart. Keep breathing. Good. And then right hand down. Press the heels down, apart again, and then left arm up. Good, left hand down. Nice. Just slowly, hands to your hips and come all the way back up. Nice. Step back to the front. Shake it out a little bit. And we're going to come down to our seat next. So inhale, reach the arms up. Exhale, just fold slowly forward. Inhale, halfway lift. Good. Plant the hands and just step back to downward facing dog. Good. Lower your knees to the floor and then just come over onto your seat. We're going to take figure 4 on our seat today. So right ankle crosses on top of the left knee. Got it. And then just come up onto your fingertips and try to lift the low back and kind of push that right knee forward away from your right shoulder. You lift the chest toward the sky. Take a few breaths. If you want to add on the twist, you can take that arm or hand to the right foot and kind of turn the torso to the left for a couple breaths if you want. And then everybody back to center. Just go ahead and slide that left leg out and your right foot is going to land on the outside of your left thigh. Left leg straight. Good. Take this left arm around your right shin and kind of pull and sort of hugging the thigh in. I'm just giving it a big old pull in against me. Good. Then you can set the foot down. Take the right hand behind you and come into your twist. Keep the left toes turning straight up. Good. And then take your chin and look over the right shoulder. Good. And take it all the way back to center. Let's just do the second side. Right leg forward, left ankle over the right knee. And then pick your right foot up, figure 4. Left ankle over the right knee. Good. Come up on your fingertips and just lift the low back, lift the chest. If you want to add in a twist, feel free. Otherwise, just stay. Take the left arm to the foot and kind of turn the torso to the right if you want. Torso to the right. Good. Everybody bring it back to center. Slide your right leg forward. And then just take this left thigh and kind of hug it in. So you may or may not get a stretch for the kind of glute and back of the hamstring, outer hip area. Once you've done giving it a squeeze, set the left foot down. Left fingertips come behind you and right arm hooks, or you can just hold onto the thigh either way. Take a twist, looking over your left shoulder. Good. And then bring it back to center. Bottoms of the feet together, sit up nice and tall. And then exhale, fold forward. Good, gently come back up. Bring the knees together and we're gonna just rock back into boat pose. So you can grab behind your thighs here to set up. Just kind of lift the collarbone, spread the toes. Good, and then fly the arms forward if you're comfortable. If you have low back issues, you might want to just stay grabbing the thighs. Good, and then we're just gonna lower slowly to hover and then pick it back up. Good, lower slowly and pick it back up. So with the breath, you're going to exhale, slow exhale as you hover. Big inhale to lift. Slow exhale. Big inhale. Slow exhale to hover. Big inhale, one more. Slow exhale. Good. Big inhale. Woo. Just onto your back and take it straight up to the sky. Roll out the ankles. Good. We're gonna do one more core thing. Also good neck strengthener. Interlace the fingers right at the base of the skull and lift the head up a little. Without lifting too much, use your neck strength also to lift. Go ahead and hover the left leg. And you can just bend the right knee. We're gonna take left elbow to right knee and then back to center. If you need to have the left foot on the floor, you can do that. You're gonna twist, back to center. Twist, back to center. Two more. Twist, left elbow toward right knee, back to center, and then twist. Good. Switch sides. So bring the left knee in, and then either set the right down or it. Now lift the head. Twist right elbow to left knee, back to center. Twist, back to center. 3, back to center. 4, back to center, and then 5. Good. Hug both knees in, and then set both feet down. Good. Let's take bridge pose. So you're going to press into the feet and lift the hips. Keep drawing your sit bones towards your knees and wiggle the shoulder blades together a little bit underneath you. Good. And then gently lower. Take your right leg and cross it all the way over the left. Pick the feet up and just reach for your shins or ankles and kind of hug the thighs towards your chest. Good. And then gently switch which leg is on top. Reach for your shins or your ankles and kind of pull the thighs in. Good. And then take it to happy baby. Reaching for the pinky edges of the feet. Good. Bring the knees back together and just stretch your left foot out long on the floor and hug your right thigh in. You're gonna high in, open the knee a little out to the right. Good. And then bring it back to center. You can set the right foot on top of your left thigh or kind of keep it in between your chests. So have that knee not too close into your chest, a little away from your chest, and then drop it over to the left. And open your right arm out to the right. Good. Bring it back up to center. Just kick that right leg up to the sky, flex, and point the foot a couple times. And then switch sides. So you're going to set your right foot down and pull your left thigh up to your belly. Stretch your right leg out long. Good. Holding the shin in your left hand, open the knee a little out to the left. And then bring it back to center. Hold the shin in your right hand. You can set the left foot on top of your right thigh if you want, or somewhere just above it. And then lower the left knee over to the right. Open your left arm, close your eyes. Good. Gently bring it back to center. Just kick your left heel straight up towards the sky. You can grab behind the leg, maybe flex and point the foot a couple times. Or roll out the ankle. Good. And then hug both legs in. Give yourself a squeeze one more time. Then bottoms of the feet together on your mat. One hand to your heart, one hand to your belly. Nice work today. Take a big breath in, open the mouth, sigh it out. Close your eyes, relax your jaw. And just take a moment to recognize yourself for all the work you've done and all the opening, stretching, breathing, strengthening, all the fresh circulation, new oxygen, increased blood flow. Just feeling the shift in your energy, in your mental state. Relax the shoulders down your back. And when you're ready for Shavasana, stretch out the legs, palms open to the sky. You can soften across the forehead, soften the cheekbones. Imagine the eyeballs just falling back heavy in the skull. Imagine your inner ears softening. And all the little muscles at the base of the neck relaxing, letting go. If there's any residual clenching, just notice and then release. So that we start to soften layer by layer by layer, letting the process unfold. And then just starting to come back to your breath. Take another big breath in and a big sigh out. Starting to wiggle your fingers a little bit and your toes. You can roll the wrists or roll the ankles. Maybe take the head side to side. And then reaching the arms overhead. Stretch the feet long, point the toes. Nice. And then when you're ready, roll onto your right side. And then pressing up to a comfortable seat. Just pause here, relax the shoulders. And just feel your breath. Let the belly be really soft, so we don't need to hold in the belly. Relax it completely, let it hang out. Notice any sounds, any feelings. And taking the hands together at heart center, we'll just bow our heads all together here in this gesture of gratitude. Gratitude for the opportunity to come together today and practice. Gratitude for this practice and all the benefits it brings to our bodies and our minds, to our hearts and our health. May it help us to stay open and strong. Help us to live with courage, honesty, and integrity. And help us to find acceptance for ourselves, for all beings. Help us to find compassion and kindness so that we may all find healing and we may all find inner peace. Namaste. Great job, guys. Thank you so much. I'm going to pause this. Stop.